Hello everyone, this is Dark Skeleton, and today I wanted to talk about one of the new cards that are coming out for the Grand Tournament set of Hearthstone, and this is the crowd favorite. Now, what interests me about this card is the fact that it pushes a possible Battlecry synergy within Hearthstone. They've been kind of taking previous card effects, the different keywords you would see on the cards, and giving options for synergy. Aside from just the crowd favorite, I think there was at least one more in this Grand Tournament set as they come out. The problem with this guy, though, is although you would think, sure, you could maybe build a Battlecry deck and get some free +1/+1 buffs on this guy, make the crowd favorite into a 5/5 for 4 mana, which would be acceptable. Although, really, if you wanted this to be playable, you'd want it to become a 6/6. To be realistic here, because you're comparing this to cards like Piloted Shredder, which is a 4/3 Death Rattle, give you a free 2 mana minion, which really makes it like a delayed 6/5 or so. If you play the crowd favorite on curve, then it becomes really bad actually, because any minion that you're going to play on the field that doesn't do anything the moment it comes out, it really needs to be evaluated for its base stats, because more than likely, unless you're really late in the game, and especially on a turn like 4, that thing is going to be removed if your opponent sees any threat for something like this. Now, right now in the meta, and I know the meta will change, mages, a lot of mages, the tempo mages specifically, have flame cannons, so this guy can easily be removed with a 2 mana spell. Even a Frostbolt and a ping is not too hard to deal 4 damage. Unless you have the Death Rattle effect of a Piloted Shredder, a 4 health, 4 mana minion is not really playable at all in this current game. If you try to play a Battlecry deck, then that deck is going to be incredibly gimmicky, and although it might make crowd favorite a little bit better, it's also going to bring down the overall quality of the rest of the cards in your deck. Making themed decks rarely works out. And if you want evidence of how a card like this that gets stronger as you play certain types of cards, specifically your Battlecry minions, which most decks don't have many of, just take a look at that 2/2 Questing Adventurer that gets +1/+1 for every single card you play on top of the Questing Adventurer. When was the last time you saw Questing Adventurer played in a serious ranked constructed deck? Probably either never, or since Gadget Sand Auctioneer was nerfed. And the only reason that Questing Adventurer sort of works in those decks is because Miracle Rogue can play a ton of spells all at once. But if I recall, even then, Questing Adventurer wasn't really a standard card in the Miracle Rogue. So crowd favorite, like many of the cards in this set, are interesting and theoretically could fit into some deck somewhere down the line. Until the meta shifts, a lot of these cards, including crowd favorite, are just not going to be very good. So that's all for this video. Keep in mind that tomorrow they're going to be announcing the Rogue Legendary and the Druid Legendary, so keep an eye out for that, because that should be very interesting.